Have you ever received an email so strange, so out of place, that your curiosity got the better of you? For Mateo, a video editor for urban legend channels, that curiosity was the beginning of his end. His channel, Immerse Red, was his passion, a small corner of the internet where he chased the shadows. He never imagined a shadow would start chasing him. It all began with an anonymous email. The subject line was blank, and the body contained just one instruction. Watch the attached video, don't post it. Just watch it. The file was named 0000.mp4. A simple click was all it took. For 12 seconds, his screen showed a dark room, an unmade bed, and a figure sitting with its back to the camera. A wall clock was frozen at 3:33 a.m. Just before the video ended, the figure started to turn its head. And then, nothing. Mateo felt a chill he couldn't shake. He tried to find the file, but it was gone, vanished as if it had never existed. The email itself now read error 404, message not found, but the image was burned into his mind. The room, the clock, the faceless figure. It started to bleed into his dreams, night after night. Troubled, he decided to do what he did best, document it. He started recording himself while he slept, placing his phone on his nightstand. One morning, reviewing the footage, his blood ran cold. There, in the recording of his own sleep, a silhouette stood by his bedroom door, the same silhouette from the video. The digital clock on his screen read 3:33. Panicked, Mateo deleted the recording, but the terror didn't stop. The next night, he woke to find his phone recording again, this time pointed at the ceiling. In the faint reflection of his closet mirror, the figure was there, standing beside his bed, watching him. He fled his apartment, spending a sleepless night in a cheap hotel, trying to convince himself it was just stress, a hallucination born from too many late nights editing spooky stories. But when he returned home and opened his laptop, a new folder sat on his desktop. 1.mp4. This video was longer. The same room, but now the walls were covered in what looked like dried blood. The figure on the bed was wearing the exact same shirt Mateo had on at that very moment. The clock still read 3:33. Then the figure stood up. It took 3 slow steps toward the camera, extended a hand, and the video cut out with a screech so violent it blew out his speakers. Desperate, Mateo dove into the darkest corners of the web. He found whispers, fragmented stories of others who had received similar videos. Some had vanished without a trace. Others had descended into madness. One user wrote a final chilling post before disappearing. She is already inside. The videos weren't just recordings, they were doorways. And with every viewing, the door opened a little wider. In a fit of terror, Mateo tried to erase it all. He smashed his computer, shattered his phone, and cut the power to his entire apartment. He sat in the dark, lit only by a single candle, praying for silence. But then he heard it. The slow, rhythmic ticking of a grandfather clock. He didn't own a clock. Trembling, he walked into the living room. There, on the wall, hung the very clock from the video, its hands pointing to 3:33. In the hallway mirror, he saw the figure. It was facing him now. But it had no face, just a smooth, blank surface where its features should have been. He scrambled for the door, but it was sealed shut. The windows wouldn't budge. The air turned icy cold. Then he heard the footsteps, slow and heavy, approaching from the hall. He dove under his bed, clutching the one device he hadn't destroyed, a small, portable security camera. He hit record on pure instinct. The footage captures the ceiling, then a pale, unnatural hand reaching under the bed, then another, and finally, a faceless head, staring directly into the lens. The recording ends abruptly with a muffled scream and a burst of static. A week later, that video appeared online. Mateo's last stream, "Don't watch this." It went viral. Millions watched, millions shared. Many swore they could hear a whisper in the final seconds of static. Now it's your turn. Soon, the reports began flooding in. People dreaming of a dark room and a clock frozen at 3:33, waking up to find their own phones mysteriously recording, catching glimpses of a faceless figure in reflections. Mateo's channel, Immerse and La Red, now has millions of subscribers. It updates on its own. Every week, a new video appears titled OOX MP4. It's always the same room, always the same time. But each time, the figure is a little bit closer. They say if you watch the latest video 3 times, your name will be in the next one. They say if you watch it at 3:33 a.m., you'll get a visit that very night. No one knows who uploads them, but everyone who watches feels it, that unnerving certainty that they are no longer alone. So if you're watching this, take a moment. Look around your room. Listen. Do you hear a sound that doesn't belong? A faint ticking? Is there a flicker of movement in the corner of your eye? Don't worry. It's probably just your imagination playing tricks on you. Or maybe it's already too late. Because once you've seen the video, she knows who you are. And she's on her way. Thank you for joining me in the shadows. If you want more stories that lurk in the dark corners of the web, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Stay safe out there.